Hello everyone, welcome to the second quick breakdown video about SoulCalibur VI characters. Today I will talk about a brand new character, Groh. First of all, I want to say my thanks to Keysona for the technical help. Like in my previous video, I will be using gameplay footage from exhibition match and also exclusive footage that Kayane recorded. Let's see what's on today's menu. Since this is a new character, I will be talking in the first part about my first impression, his basic moves and those I believe to be important. In the second part I will talk about his stance, the innocent Groh. Then we're going to figure out his playstyle, his strong point and weaknesses. You will have a reminder in the top right corner for the Soul Calibur notation. Are you ready to discover Groh? Let's get started now. After seeing his first video, he seems to have a very good range-speed ratio. Groh seems to close the gap quickly while having a good space control. Also, the core of his gameplay forces him to use his stance, which seems very complete and interesting to use. Let's start by identifying his basic pokes. These fast attacks, difficult to counter, will help you initiating your gameplay. He has a standard AA with a good range that can be extended with the last A, which won't combo. As for vertical attacks, his BB is pretty much the same. It also can be extended and the last hit won't combo either. For his kicks, he has a fast 4K, which is a tracking mid and can score a ring out. Finally, he has several strings of pokes that serve as a transition, like his 6BB6, but we will see it later. Let's talk about moves with noticeable properties. He has a powerful low attack 2A+B which dodge high attacks. It's also a break attack, but maybe the opponent can react to it. His 6B+K is a good example of the strength of the character. He goes far and fast and he can transition into his stance. Another important move is 6K. Groh moves forward and dodge high and low attack. It also acts as a launcher for big damage while not taking BB attacks punishment on block. He also seems to have a lot of sidestep properties built in his move, such as his 66AA, 66BB and 4B, which have all sidesteps integrated into their animation. And as for defensive options, his 44A has an auto-guard impact property against linear mid attacks and will also later hit. Groh can get into innocent draw stance by pressing B+K, but using his transition is much more practical. We have seen more than 15 transitions. This highlights the importance of his stance in his core gameplay. Most of the time you only need to hold 6 to interrupt a string and enter in stance. Like after his 6BB by holding 6 or after 6A by holding 6-2. Transitions can also be done from the crouch position with his while standing B then holding 6. It is also noted that once in the stance, he can loop back into it after small pokes transitions that we will now listing. Innocent Draw has 5 different options. It covers most of the opponent choice. First, there are 2 pokes that also serve as transitions. IDBB, which will allow to pressure with middle attacks, and IDK, which will do the same but with a low kick attack. Then we have IDA, which you can use for its tracking and to hit the opponent with a damaging low attack. IDA+B will also track sidestep with a powerful mid attack, thanks to its integrated throw animation on it. Finally, IDB+K is a linear middle attack but with a break attack property and seems to hit grounded. But that's not all. In Soul Charge he acquires 3 other attacks. All allow Groh to teleport. ID 6B teleport into the air and flips to the ground. ID 6A teleport ahead while jumping, while ID 6A is a tracking break attack that allows you to loop back into stance. Another important note: the stance can be cancelled quickly by a sidestep and therefore by any moving attack. It allows him to use many more moves from his stance. On paper, the stance seems quite complete, with good tracking moves that also serve as mix-ups, and with quick pokes which allow him to remain in stance. After analyzing his attacks, Groh seems to be a mid-range offensive character, thanks to his good range combined to his speed, velocity and all of his dodges. He can launch the opponent from afar with a very mobile forward moving attack. And in close range, he can follow his basic attacks to enter in stance and pressure the opponent with the low-mid mix-ups. In Soul Charge, he seems to have the best mobility in the game so far. Many of his attacks are powered up with his impressive teleports which travel across the stage, allowing him to appear in the back of the opponent, aerial dodge, or do break attacks. In this state, it seems difficult to keep Groh away. This may prove to be quite difficult for characters whose gameplay is based on their defensive spacing. Groh's main strength is his ability to attack from afar. He can deal with the opponent's spacing with relative ease, especially in the Soul Charge. But he has his weaknesses. Currently, his block punishment doesn't seem that good. Also, his mix-up game relies on his stance too much. We can worry about the viability of it, especially if an opponent figures out a defensive answer which covers several options. And without his stance, his mix-ups are limited to his launcher, and for now his post 3B combo is laughable. I hope you enjoyed this little overview of Groh. On my hand, I like that the character is reminiscent of Zwei design, while he has an offensive mobility comparable to Lars in Tekken. Also, he could be an excellent counterpike against characters who space and stay away very well, like Ivy. So I hope to get the game and do more researches about him. If you liked this analysis video and would like to see others, please spam the blue thumb. Also share and subscribe to my channel to support me. These are the main ways for me to be known so that other people can discover and join our passion. Also feel free to use the comment section to tell me how I can improve the content for you and suggest characters you would like to see next. I plan on publishing more videos in the coming days which will give you hints about the release date of the game and the next characters that will be revealed. In the meantime, take care of yourself my friends and see you next time.